So the base level of the scout, so not the golden skin, has been changed in this update, which means that the tower that you first get when you first play the game has changed. Oh, that and the sniper is also the first tower that you get while playing the game, but the scout is the more important one here. The placement cost for the scouts has decreased from 200 to 150, which means at the start of most game modes, where you start with $600 if you're in the Paradoxum Games group, you can actually have 4 of these. However, in fact, it's not even a however, it's actually, moreover, the fire rate has decreased from 1.2 to 1.1, meaning that the Scouts is actually better. And that's in terms of DPS, discounting the fact that the placement cost of the Scout has actually changed too. Now, the DPS of the Scout has increased from 0.83 to 0.9. Yes, the level 0 Scout still does less than 1 DPS. However, the cost efficiency has gone from 240 to 166.67. This was basically as good as like the previous Golden Scout, so it seems pretty good. However, the range hasn't changed. It's still 12, which is pretty short in comparison to the Scout, for example. I mean not the Scout, the Sniper, and most other towers. For example, the Toxic Gunner, it actually has 10 range, so actually it's better than the Toxic Gunner. At 12 range, while it's short, it's not the shortest. Like, the shotgun is worse, basically. You can do a lot worse. However, the upgrade cost for level 1 has increased from $25 to $50. Yes, a whole $25 increase, which you're going to lose so much off this, you know? However, the total cost has decreased slightly from 225 to 200, based on the fact that the Scout has actually changed its placement cost by $50, so you're still saving $25 in total at this level, basically. Moreover, the fire rate has actually decreased from 1 to 0.8, therefore meaning that the DPS has increased from 0.99, yes, like 0.01 away from 1 DPS because of the fire rate bug, to 1.24. Therefore, the cost efficiency has decreased from 227.27 to 161.29. This is a better cost efficiency than level 0, so actually spamming level 1 scouts could be probably better than spamming level 0 scouts. But if you're new to the game and you don't know how to upgrade because you skipped the tutorial or something, then spamming level 0 scouts is still okay. It's not the best idea in the world, but it is okay. It is acceptable. However, interestingly, for level 2, they've actually decreased the upgrade cost from 250 to 200, and you just get a straight 1 to 2 damage buff. So what? That's double the damage for double the price, the total cost. But you also get hidden detection and 14 range. So actually, level 2 Scout is better because of the range and the hidden detection. Now, whether noobs actually know this, I don't know. But yes, spamming level 2 Scouts is the meta, question mark? Yeah, I mean, it's probably good on the easy mode, where spamming Scouts is probably enough for most of the game mode, as I am doing right now. Yes, I don't even have like infinite time or anything. I'm actually playing this legitimately. Yeah, spamming level 2 Scouts is pretty good, I must say, because outside of Fallen and Hardcore mode, there are no lead enemies to worry about, nor any flying enemies to worry about. So, spamming level 2 Scouts basically, for the hidden detection, pretty good, I must say. The cost efficient, the DPS has increased from 1.98 to 2.48. Therefore, the cost efficiency has gone from 239.9 to 161.29. 161.29 is the same as level 1, but except at level 2, you get more range and you get hidden detection, meaning that this is a better cost efficiency upgrade compared to level 0 and technically level 1 because of the increased range. Meanwhile, surprisingly, level 3 has also gotten a cost efficiency buff. So much so that when I'll get to later, you'll see that the cost efficiency for level 3 is actually better than level 2. Perhaps the developers are encouraging you to upgrade to level 3, but yeah, figure it out for yourself. So at this level, the damage has increased from 4 to 6. The fire rate has increased from 0.6 to 0.7, which is a nerf compared to the damage, which is a buff, but the damage actually cancels out this fire rate nerf. The range has remained the same at 14, therefore the DPS has increased from 6.58 to 8.47. Now, when you factor in the upgrade cost, which has actually increased from 750 to 950, there is actually a total price increase at this level from 1,225 to 1,350, but the cost efficiency previously was 186.17, which was actually the best upgrade for the Scout, so spamming level 3 Scouts was actually meta. However, the level 3 Scout is still the best cost efficiency level. It's just that it's decreased from 186.17 to 159.39. When you compare this is to level 2, which is 161.29. Yes, it is only marginally better for cost efficiency, but more damage, who can argue against that? So yes, spamming level 3 scouts is actually the best method to the madness of the game for a starter noob to the game, basically. And certainly better than anything that the sniper can offer, at least from what I'm aware. I think the sniper should be next on the buff list, you know? Buff the sniper, basically, because it's just, eh. The scout is superior in most ways, and I mean, in easy mode, yeah, it's designed about the fact that it can probably be soloed by the scout and scouts alone. But there are other gamers where you can get pretty far with scout spam, including some events. And this just proves that, yeah, the scout is better now. I mean, it wasn't a bad tower before, but it was the starter tower. So once people got better towers, yeah, the scout fell out of use. But the scout, say it with me, is surprisingly good. It's cheap. It has a decent... It's not 10 DPS, sure, at level 3, but it's a decent amount of DPS for the upgrade cost that it requires. And the cost efficiency is basically nearly Golden Tower territory. Now, obviously, it's not as good as the Golden Scout. Like, the Golden Scout has been buffed to, like, 100, basically, cost efficiency, whereas the Scout, the normal Scout, is, like, 160, at least up until this level. But that means that for most of the game modes, most of the early game modes, at least, for, like, easy mode, as I'm playing right now, it can be soloed by the Scout quite easily, and you probably don't need to worry about too much other towers. I mean, yeah, you can bring the sniper if you really want to, but if you want to just solo easy mode with just the scout, be my guest, you can easily do it. Now finally, for level 4, the upgrade cost has increased from 2,250 to 2,500. Therefore, the total cost of the scout has increased from 3,475 to 3,850. It's like 400 increase. That's like over a slight 10% increase. It's fine. However, at this level, the damage has increased from 5 to 8. The fire rate has been increased from 0.3 to 0.35, so it fires slower. The range will remain the same at 16, but overall there is a DPS buff from 16.23 to 22.35. Over 20 damage for a scout tower. The starter tower in the game doesn't seem right, but it's been implemented, so it's probably one of the better upgrades instead of, I don't know, what other towers are like bad for DPS? I don't know, the paintballer, for example. Yeah, if you're a starter noob to the game, probably don't buy the paintballer, just stick it out with a scout. And like, sure, if you want splash damage, Demo Man, yes, but how are you handling those hidden enemies? Wait, does the Demo Man have hidden detection? No, this Demo Man doesn't have hidden detection. So, for the best hidden detection for a noob to the game, bring the scout. I wonder if these changes have been implemented to tutorial mode. They probably have, but they didn't have to like rework the entirety of tutorial mode just for the scout buff, because while it is a buff, yes, it's a minimal buff that doesn't fundamentally change how it works. Although I wonder if no, I don't think the upgrade cost actually changed the fact that you have to sell it for the minigunner still. Well, we'll see. Anyways, at this level, at level 4, the cost efficiency has gone from 214.11 to 172.26. This is the worst cost efficiency out of all of the scout levels currently. 172.26, that's higher than level 0, which was the previous worst at 166.67. So, only upgrade to level 4 if you're in like desperate need of range or something, or because it's not the best cost efficiency wise. Spamming level 3s is better. But if you've run out of good placement spots for the scout, like I have here, then probably upgrading to level 4 is probably better than continue to spam level 3s in bad spots, basically. Like, it's a last resort upgrade. Don't upgrade to it unless you have literally no other towers in the game, or you ran out of towers and the scout is the only tower that you can place down. Because I'm sure as hell knowing that I'm not placing down a sniper, the scout is better. So yes, I actually kind of like this buff, only because the last time that the scout was buffed, it was buffed too much. This buff is, I think, just about right to make it easy for noobs to the game, that they have a decent enough tower before they need to worry about something like, I don't know, shotgunner. I mean, do you even need the shotgunner with the scout being this good now? The minigunner, like maybe even a Demo Man, for example. Like, I know you get that after tutorial mode, but the scout, I think, is pretty good. You don't need to worry about splash damage until you get to, like, I don't know, maybe not even intermediate or casual mode. Maybe intermediate, but certainly not easy or casual mode. Scout works fine, and it is brilliant for its required niche. And perhaps, because of its cheap price, maybe, just maybe, it will incorporate it in some hardcore strategies. Now, I don't know the likelihood of this, given the fact that it doesn't have any other detection other than hidden, But hidden is actually a big thing in hardcore mode, so I don't know, maybe the Scout can be used instead of the Golden Scout? I don't know. I still see the Golden Scout being used a lot more, purely because its DPS is a lot better, and cost efficiency wise it is better. It is more expensive, just saying. You can place down 4 level 0 Scouts. I'm just saying, hardcore mode, where price is not a laughing matter, could be an issue there. And yes, Scout spam alone is enough to get to the last wave of easy mode, and it's probably enough to actually beat the Brute. Yeah, so the Scout can solo easy mode. Don't worry about any other towers in easy mode, just spam the Scout. If you're bringing the accelerator to easy mode and you're losing for some reason, don't bother. Scout superiority, bring it. It's brilliant, perhaps too brilliant, I don't know. I think it's just about right, given the fact that game modes in this game have gotten a lot harder, especially with like Fallen mode rework and multi-mode rework. So I think the fact that the game's got more difficult balance out the fact that the Scout is better, because if it was implemented before that, as it was in the, I believe, Lunar Overture event, then people would consider the Scout too powerful. It is a lot more powerful now. It's just that because the game's gotten harder, it's fine. It's acceptable. I think it's acceptable. But you might disagree.